Hey, Jack, give me just a second.
I really can't stand these niggas.
What?
Because this man talking about some damn no order how to beat Aizen. No cub, but who landed the final blow on Aizen?
Mm.
Urahara just sealed him. I know these niggas. Matter of fact, I should get the manga panels, but I don't feel like all that. I'm sick of these niggas, Jasmine.
What am I supposed to do about it?
I'm Castlevania. Sick of these niggas.
They're obviously, not smart.
Bro, he bugging. He talking about they hold Aizen. Dog, nigga, like, what you expect when you trying to plan shit from the get-go? Like, come on now.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
I need to leave that group because these niggas bugging.
Then leave the group.
Don't get smart with me.
Where are all these leaks for Resident Evil 8 coming from?
I don't know. I don't care. I stopped caring after these niggas talking about some damn. I don't know. Gotta make sure to check Hypeland before I come over.
Said something about a Naruto restock.
I just want that Uchiha Brothers hoodie, honestly.
I'm just like, okay.
Boy, am I looking forward to these posting their sweatpants pictures. Yay. Just like this bitch done got some damn light up stripper shoes. No, I showed Liz that. Liz talking about something, you can tell that's your whole girlfriend. She talking about why. I said, because I'm pretty sure before she started dating you, she did not say shit like those bitches.
I didn't though.
Sounds like something stuck in the paddle wheel.
I'm like, look, man. I don't know why she picking up my mannerisms. Those are bad mannerisms.
This part is gonna aggravate me more than that fight I had to do against Goofy, since you don't want to call him Boris, isn't it? What's his
That's
name?
goofy.
But nah, I saw those. I'm just like, really?
I saw those, and I'm just like, I saw those. Like, Dylan better be getting a damn PS5 out of this. Like, because that shit would not fly in my house.
I mean, you ain't wrong. No, see, first things first is what he should say. He should say is, you get me a PS5?
That's the first thing he should be fucking saying, because, god damn.
No.
He just jumping through everybody's streams today, huh?
Why? Oh, yeah,
This nigga tweeted like 4 streams. I'm assuming something happened with Hannah today.
Well, I don't know.
She's talking about something. She deleted a thread. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a whole Orochimaru shirt. Yeah. Oh, word, a new Yu Hakusho joint? I'm comping. The Yusuke and Hiei joint? I'm comping.
That's what Hypeland should have.
Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
They need Yu Hakusho. They need it because they got Hunter x Hunter.
So that I can have Kurama stuff. Or both times.
Nah, because look, they drop a Yu Hakusho collection. Hear me out. That tie-dye Yusuke with the green. That shit would be nice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I want a Giro no Giovanna shirt. Boy, that's my nigga. What you think this is?
Tie-dyed ones are good. I'm just not a fan of, like, the,
I'm not a fan of the Naruto tie-dye ones they have.
the Orihime one. I think they have a tie-dye one for her.
The what, orange and yellow one?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the colors.
Some orange dude, or some old dude earlier, right? He bought Harley Quinn season 1, and I looked at him, and I'm like, you know this isn't for kids, right? Because he was like, yeah, I was getting it for my granddaughter. I'm like, you know this isn't for kids, right? This is not a kid's cartoon.
His granddaughter better be a teenager.
A whole ass teenager. Cause
At least.
these niggas out they damn fine. Zeus! Your son has returned. Bruh, I don't want no damn flopped chopper. The fuck? Get this shit out my fucking face. Get this shit out my fucking face. I don't want that. Yeah, I want a damn flot chopper. The fuck out my fucking face, bruh. Oh, y'all niggas ass. See, that's why I'm mad if I start to so damn long to send my shit.
For what?
Cause I wanted to prove this damn Sasuke fucking pop. And I literally can't find any pre-orders now. But I gotta go. Well, I might pop over there Thursday. Y'all bugging.
Well, hopefully I'll actually finish it this time.
Yo, these niggas bugging.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Talking about some of the final Getsuga failed and he couldn't regenerate, but he was still evolving.
You need to
Okay,
leave
but
that.
he
Just
couldn't
leave that
regenerate.
group. You just leave it right now.
Cause these niggas are bugging.
They're obviously clowns.
Obviously, cause good fucking what the fuck? He lost if he can't regenerate. He can still evolve all he want to. That was the plan from get go. Like it wasn't supposed to kill him because they knew they couldn't kill him. These niggas bugging. They bugging. They ain't not. It's not just that. It's saying the average everyday bugging. This is advanced bugging. This is advanced bugging. These niggas bugging.
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure we all read the same manga and watched the same. Oh no, obviously these niggas ain't read the same manga because these anime only niggas. I don't want to talk to them.
Leave it. I swear if you don't leave that group.
What you gonna do? Leave and inform me when I'm over there tomorrow?
Yeah.
You won't. These niggas bugging. Bro, I have the game right here. I literally played that final boss, cuz. What you talking about?
Someone must be bored. That's all I can figure. Nothing. I said you must be bored.
No, he's talking about some Aizen got jumped. Nah, cuz. They jumped Aizen when Ichigo showed up to fake Karakura Town and lost. But the plan was to seal the nigga anyway. Like, y'all obviously ain't read. Y'all just going by the anime, cuz. It's about Ichigo lost his power, so he lost. Nigga, he got him right back the next arc. What you talking about? That's literally how Bleach should have ended, but Kubo didn't want to end it like that. That's where it should have ended, though. Figure out what I'm eating Thursday before I make this dip. What? What?
Nothing.
You're lying, what?
Nothing.
Bro, what's with this resurgence in Yu Yu Hakusho stuff at Hot Topic, though?
Excuse me?
Like, what's with this resurgence of Yu Yu Hakusho stuff in Hot Topic, though? I mean, I ain't complaining, but... They have a whole Hiei and Kurama shirt now. What? Why you got quiet for?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
What you got quiet for?
Because
What?
Because if Kurama on it, I might need it. Because he's my favorite. And T bugging. And I'm just gonna say it because he in the stream.
He talking about Yu Yu Hakusho, ain't
Nah, I'm just saying he bugging for not watching it.
This nigga tripping. Like, no, these niggas tripping, bruh. How you gonna tell me and I'm reading it right now? Like, how you gonna tell me?
Oh Lord, what happened? Chris in here to rant, so...
Work got everybody fucked up, my dog. Work had me fucked up.
How? Look, because it's only because you know you would like it, that's why you won't watch it.
That is, cause my thing is, I feel like he knows he'll like Yusuke because how Yusuke is. He just don't want to because he knows he'll like Yusuke.
Because Yusuke be talking all that mess.
Yusuke talk all his shit and back up all of it. Chapter 416. And hold on, let me get the screenshots out here. Cause these niggas bugging, and they get on my nerves, blowing up my notifications.
My thing is, how is that your fault, Chris? Like, why are they telling you it's broke? See, I can't even explain that to you. Just know there's a bunch of ink people. That's all you need to know.
Matter of fact, hold up. These niggas bugging.
What isn't a good idea? Oh, the wedding. Or him visiting you.
Like my boy ain't just drag eyes, bro. Y'all bugging.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oh yeah, there is books. There is books about Bendy. I'm about to read all those though. I was just interested in the game. And the other one's supposed to come out this
Oh,
year.
see, don't be telling people my business. What?
Chris talking about guess the airline gonna give him back his money then.
Oh, let me read this junk. Let's see what Chris about. Guess the airline just gonna have to give me back my money then. That's bad, Chris. You know who tripping? Huh?
Who?
These niggas. I just turned off notifications for the joint because I ain't got time for it tonight.
Leave the group.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we just didn't.
Cause you just didn't go back and look at it.
You're right.
So it is cloud things. Okay. What would that provide for us?
This last day you don't listen sometimes.
So
Huh?
So
This is why I don't do groups, cuz. This is why I don't do groups, cuz. That and these whack ass tapes, bruh. These takes bootios, bruh. Like, how can Kaneki eat human food now, nigga? He don't. They literally tell you what he eats.
Did people not realize that he tried to eat human food in camp? Like, you literally can't.
And they're talking about, oh, how can he eat food now? I'm like, he literally can't. They give him RC suppressants because of that. They literally, as bad as that anime is with elaborating on stuff, they at least tell you that.
yes, definitely rule the Final Fantasy. Oh, and Final Fantasy 14, I love 13.
Do y'all not remember after the man got the implants, he literally tried to eat his whole fridge and could not?
That's what I'm saying. He literally tried to eat human food and couldn't.
And it literally got to the point he was real.
Oh my goodness, Chris.
What did Chris say?
Talking about setting apart.
So it's already on. And Chris, he right, them calls be slimy out there, cuz. These niggas talking about Black Clover's bad. Oh, fucking. My mess broke in the store. My titty popped out. I'm going to sleep. Do these niggas proofread their? Do these niggas read what they're about to post?
No.
Talking about some my man's broke in the store and it felt like my titty popped out.
People just say the dumbest stuff.
Well, according to Twitter, it looks like T just slid somebody.
What happened?
Get in your feelings when you'll get your ass beat. T, who did you slide?
Apparently I was reading yesterday that apparently making this game like messed up people, the creators' mental health. I'm just like, I could see why.
Why?
Because it's pretty. If you actually read like or listen to theories people have about it, it's pretty messed up.
Are you law, neutral, or chaos? That's the question. That's the eternal question.
I don't know.
I'm chaos. Who you thought this was?
You have the option to pick none.
No, neutral is literally not law or not chaos.
Because I could care less, but at the same time I don't want to be causing problems, so I guess neutral.
That is the path that rocks.
Oh, what happened?
You better put that shit up so Leo don't mess with it.
What?
Oh wait, that ain't actually her gun. Never mind. I'm going to sleep. I say this clown real dude got a fucking Harry Potter gun.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
Like, she bugging. She real deal bugging.
trying to figure out when this girl even started liking Harry Potter because, like,
Jazz is like, I know she ain't like it when we were in elementary school.
I don't think she did, but she might have. I don't know. It's the thing. And I'm just like, oh, I mean, I don't care, but she's doing too much. Did you, Chris? Did you read what you said?
This nigga real dude just said, you gonna need some blackout.
That's why I said he didn't read what he said before he typed it.
This motherfucker. First, this girl over here got light up stripper shoes and shit.
Oh, I'm dead.
Look, man. She can do what she do. She just better not come into Walmart trying to pay with nothing but ones, because I'm gonna beat her ass. She better not come into Walmart trying to pay a $200 order with nothing but one. I'll beat her fucking ass. I'm sorry, this is all I got. Look, man, that dude Oni skin is hot.
I knew you'd like it, that's why I showed it to you. And was like,
That shit hot. Nobody, me with the flower and Cuphead. I love it. It's so ugly, I love it.
I know.
You will love that flower one day.
No.
This man say your hood sounded like the north side. Stop.
That flower whole issue.
You sound like a whole issue. Nobody. Me trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat Thursday. Jackson toss on this man. Bro, I don't want a free egg roll. The fuck? Egg foo young.
Okay. Made it past that part. It took 40 minutes. Oh no.
Alright. Alright. You saw, oh no, what, oh no.
And I just got clapped for no reason.
That clap.
Cat got mad and quiet.
What? He said fuck queens.
I know, he said everyone gotta go on the show.
I don't, man, I bet you it's like $400 too.
What?
This Rim statue, you're talking about this Rim and Rom statue they talk about on Crunchyroll. I knew it. It's a fucking idol statue that's damn near $400. You slapped with the pipe during his monologue.
I ain't got time for his monologue.
Oh, you could actually fight people.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of them explorer joints like Slender Man.
No, that's what I thought. And then, yeah, you can actually.
What folder did I put the sushi bed? God damn it. Okay. I was about to say.
I don't think I can go through where he came out,
I didn't put Gabe and Emily choking each other in the folder.
Well, I'm sorry, you beat me up first.
What?
What
happened?
He talking about stay away.
You lied to me. You said I'd be free.
I need to read these comics.
You now. Free your head right off your shoulders.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. You'll see why.
It's time for
Them. Hey yo, I hate that this movie's interactive. Me, hey yo, shut the fuck up. I'ma still get it anyway.
I think it's interesting they did that though.
Cause I put money on it that you can watch it without the interactive joints too.
That was close.
More than likely.
You're lucky we were in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Was that him?
Power Rangers.
I don't think so.
That was you with Endgame. Endgame
The
was really
searchers
good.
and the lost ones built this place.
Man, shut up, Sarah.
Sammy must
You
be
don't
I
know.
think the
in
worst
day.
Disney
Now that he's
remake so
gone.
far is probably Blank.
Looks like we're in for
Hey yo,
a
shut the
fight.
fuck up, Sarah. I'll beat your ass.
Watch out! Here they come!
The CGI was kind of good.
No, it wasn't. I'll beat your ass.
God.
The animation of it, but
Back to your puzzle!
I mean, I agree. I agree with that, your chaos. Do any of the classic Disney movies need remakes? No.
I've never seen
But
this
that
many
doesn't
before.
mean
Snow White does, cause that shit old as fuck. That shit old as fuck.
I'm not too surprised they haven't tried to make a new one.
Get away from me!
Hey, what's up, Straw Hat niggas?
I understand where people are coming from. They don't.
Cuphead's a maybe, because I don't know how to play it by myself.
Yes, I think that's completely valid.
I want to play it, but
Alright.
Cuphead.
What?
Cuphead.
No. No, I'm streaming it, cuh.
But I think to say that like
I want to play it, but I don't know if I want to play it myself.
Do you want me to buy it and play it at your house?
Play it with me.
Well, I'll get to be Cuphead then. Cause I do not want to be Mug Man.
Because more than likely I'm going to know.
Well, then, that means you can't stream it.
He's streaming it now.
No, nigga, I'm streaming it. Cuphead is my game, okay?
You know what I'm saying? The Disney remakes do not take away from their original.
I'm gonna see if I want something off a high plan anyway.
They're different.
Cause I'm gonna see if I want something off a high plan. If I don't, tomorrow I'm buying Cuphead tomorrow.
Again, I understand the point. I understand the point.
I got 30 minutes so I can download Fairy Tale.
I get it.
Okay, am I even
DreamWorks
supposed
needs to
to...
make a live action Shrek. Oh my god. Imagine.
I'm trying to call the insurance place before I went to work and they didn't answer the fucking phone.
I think for me, they're just completely different experiences. That's how I look at them.
Then my mom was like, I probably should wait till I come over so I can have the information with me so they can actually be able to look it up for the car and shit.
Get away from me!
I understand. Yeah, the new line.
Sarah, I will beat your fucking ass.
The only problem would be
That's literally the only problem. Y'all had 3 ugly ass Cinderella movies.
Winking Hearts, thank you for the nurse's What? I didn't know that there was. I didn't even know there was a Cinderella 2.
You're getting beat up by
This
8
is
people.
absolute news to me. I think the only like animated Disney movie that I've ever seen before was like The Lion King. And Lion
You know what they need to do?
What?
I ain't even all that hype for it. They need to just slap Mulan on Disney Plus, right? So you can watch.
Oh.
So they done delayed it. Like, they delayed it and have no dates right now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Away from me!
They talk about some. Here's why.
I think it's fair better on Disney Plus though because that
No, they're
way,
talking about some. Here's why New Mutants can't be on the street. Go straight to streaming. I'm like, nigga, you can't lose any more money than you already have on that movie.
they're already losing plenty of money on all these movies that they're playing.
Like you will real deal make more money with putting it on the streaming service than,
Plus,
like,
it's been proven that the video on demand and the streaming services are held a lot.
like I real deal feel like I understand Wonder Woman. Like I understand Wonder Woman. I understand Black Widow.
Well, that's because those are bigger movies.
New Mutants budget compared to those two movies is chump change.
Oh, I know, because none of the X-Men movies have had, like,
I feel like you should. He's a
overly
really
big
good
budget.
actor.
But the thing with Wonder Woman and Black Widow is contract stuff too, so...
It's not, but the thing is though, regardless, they're gonna make their money back. If they say, alright, we're gonna drop it on the streaming service, then we're gonna drop it in theaters, then we're gonna drop a DVD and Blu-ray.
I feel like
It's gonna make the money back. Because regardless, you're still gonna have an audience that's gonna want to see it in theaters.
Exactly. Shoot, I would watch it on Disney Plus and go see it in theaters.
You make me take you to go see it in theaters. What the fuck you mean?
Like, preferably I'd like to see it in theaters, but if they have no choice but to put it on Disney Plus, if they don't want to delay it again, then I would watch it.
That's exciting. I don't know anything.
And then watch it again, and then buy it, or make you buy it for me.
You know damn well you making me buy that shit. I don't know why the fuck. I don't know why the fuck you talking about or make you buy it for me.
I'm saying. But
Yeah, I've heard
I'm
The Witcher.
curious. Like, the only reason I say though, because I'm curious about
And I
Mulan.
know you don't have to
I don't want to see it in theater. I don't care.
to enjoy it, but I haven't seen The Witcher 3 yet.
That's something I wasn't gonna watch when I just
I
put it on
don't know.
streaming service anyway. But
I was thinking about
I don't know what at what point.
I love Mulan. But
I don't know at one point I'm gonna fucking play The Witcher 3.
Oh my god! Listen, we don't know anything about that. I have absolutely.
Your mom trying to tell me T'Challa to be talking to. I'm like, yeah, he be talking too much too. What you think? They both be talking too much. They don't be talking about anything either.
I know they really don't.
I think that would be fair. That's not a good idea, but I think that
I've never seen this many before.
Yeah, I know they're different.
My question now
Get away from me!
is, why is Alice helping me when I'm supposed to be Bendy when he's trying to kill her?
I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Do this. Keep fighting.
I couldn't follow this game really
I'm saying,
because I've literally been watching the streams on my phone. I couldn't follow it like I would follow any other game.
It's confused. I'm just saying, like, the general thing though is that he's trying to kill the creator because he plays the creator. He's trying to kill him so he can, like, escape or whatever.
But also, I loved those growing up. I was obsessed with them. They are like, they are pretty weird. So I haven't watched them yet. And I tried to like watch the first one.
I'm stuck on the fact I really do gotta wait on October for this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm in the last chapter right now, actually. So I'm gonna finish it, and if the little archive thingy unlocks, I'll go through that too.
Oh my god. It's extremely dirty.
Like,
There's an, oh no, I didn't see the new animated Scooby-Doo movie. I love Scooby-Doo, so I actually
you're
started
welcome.
following
But what was I gonna say? I shared it on Twitter in case anybody got notifications.
that movie is weird though. It's really weird.
Have map how to explain
Remember the
it
part
to
where they're like dancing around the fire or whatever? And
what
then
else if I can say?
monsters?
We do need to watch Scoob at some point.
I know, Kate, we used to watch it all the time. We were so obsessed.
But we have it at work, and I'm just like, should I buy it or no?
I mean, I ain't gonna tell you to buy it if you don't buy it. On HBO Max.
But I kinda do, that's the thing.
I mean, you can watch it on HBO Max.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out what we're gonna watch tomorrow. And I was thinking about Fruits Basket, because I feel like we'd like Fruits Basket. Plus, you need a break from niggas punching each other.
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait, really, Aria?
Unless you want to watch Gurren Lagann finally.
No, I think it is still kind of blind because of, like, if you think about it, right?
I don't know. I don't know, cause I don't know how us watching Full Alchemist is gonna work at this point in time. Due to the fact that when I get in the mood to watch it, I binge the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I do the same with Yu Yu Hakusho. And if I turned into his wife and I killed him, me, I'll beat your fucking ass. Made Alicia damn fatherless. I'll beat your fucking ass. That man loved his daughter and his wife. I should beat your fucking ass. I still think it's hilarious that he thought shit was sweet, that he was going to say that jump the Mustang and Mustang wasn't going to do nothing.
You should probably start playing the game, yeah?
That was the best part.
I've been doing a lot of just chatting lately.
He thought shit was sweet.
Can't be that way with Mustang.
Look, and then when I act surprised when this man could boil the water in his eyeballs. I'm like, oh, you ain't know I can do. I'm like, oh, you ain't know I can do pinpoint alchemy. All right, watch this, cuz. You know the liquid in your eyeballs are flammable, right?
But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna probably have to be on there for more than 5 sets. Because really, I haven't been doing my combat league like that. Like
I think that's all of them.
Nobody.
But you never know where they're gonna crawl out of next. Probably best if we stay together from now on.
Oh, Lyra's playing Smash now.
Think you can lead the way?
I mean, I'll let you know when I go on your account. Of course. I'm just saying 'cause I need about a little over 1,000 points, I think. Yeah.
Bruh, all these flowers and I haven't used them to get shit in this game. What?
Trying to see where I'm supposed to go.
I'm trying to see what I'm supposed to examine, because I examined a
Go
body.
through the tunnel. Wait, which?
What else is there left to investigate, though, game?
Guess it's through here. Oh lord.
Please, excuse me, my lord. It's a bad idea to sneak up. I thought you were with the man who killed the girl.
Oh.
He was Sam, but older. An Archer? Yes.
Now that's interesting.
Come back to my house in a day. Your house? I need food, a fire.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is
Man, look, y'all eating a dick. Because look, that Death in the Family movie gonna be heat. Alright, y'all bugging. Let me see how much this Inosuke joint finna be. Oh no! Never mind. There's a new Inosuke figure coming out, but I paid almost $200.
I think there's a Ben Presto one. You know, them are like...
Those are the ones I have. Those are the cheap ones.
No, I'm saying I think there's one coming out, or there's one out.
chance to ask a week?
I know there's 2 Tanjiros out.
What's it like to hold the power of life and death in your hands? No fight. Life is on the line.
Yep. Where do I get those? Well, in this area, are those?
That's not the answer I expected. There!
Because there's a little machine.
Have to reset it. You might have more luck hunting. I could never do that. Try a different bait.
Guess I have to go
I think
through
that
here.
changes. What do you use? The illusion of opportunity. There's your problem. It only works on me.
Oh, yep.
This way.
Not these guys again. I better stay out of sight.
It's not easy surviving up here. Taught everywhere. I've read more when the moment came. My parents died months ago. Then on my own. Since your family must be very important. My uncle is Lord Shima. Wait! You're the one people talk about. Wait, you're not 10 feet tall with eyes like a demon. No. The story is fighting the enemy. So that's it. It's just rumors and exaggeration. To fight people, we've had to do things that we could have frowned on before.
Oh, I know, Jojo. That's fine.
I need this girl to keep moving, even though, like, I'm real deal. I'm wary of this girl. Like, I got the sword out and all. Like, if I could cut her down right now, I would, because I don't trust this one.
Look! They're stealing my kids! Drop them off!
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm playing Ghost.
These don't matters, my lord. It's not yours. Yes, sir. It's just a squirrel. We'll be harassed and treat for days.
Y'all niggas eat. Thriller bark.
You let them escape. We thought dinner.
Stop.
Doesn't sound like a ghost I've heard about.
Why are you like this?
Visitors don't listen to us. Who tries to?
Just one. It's far away.
What?
Nothing.
You're lying.
Memo to all administration offices. Rumors have begun to fly that we simply can't tolerate any longer. The idea that the company is in some form of financial difficulty is untrue and a slanderous lie against us. It's also been known to me that some backroom incompetents are not trusting in my leadership. As a leader, I'm always carrying the boat, guiding our destiny, looking at the big picture.
Why does that blazer ball nigga look like Pentagus? Pentagus.
He does.
Look just like that nigga.
What?
The hell you believe I got you? What's it like to be the ghost?
I mean, she lived on the whole farm, so yeah.
I wouldn't change it.
No doubts or regret.
Plenty. Not of anything to drive the invaders from.
What?
He talking about live.
Bro, that's what I said. Cause she really don't be talking. She be out here talking about her pigs like they're cats and shit. I'm like, bro, what?
Hope you don't go hungry. Look at this! Dinner!
What's it?
I'd civilized people.
What's up there?
The mainland. No Mongols, no war. Somewhere I can stalk them.
Say that we get to the main. Then,
Thank you. I'll open a fancy inn. Learn to play the shamisen. Welcome the undying parade of beautiful men and women.
I got the cleaners up the offices around 2 a.m. last night. And what do you think I find on one of the sheds? A big freaking chocolate cake, just sitting there. Making me yell at my name.
Maybe you're sensible.
Listen, Tommy, I know you boys over in Jet are doing your best, but I'm paying for living attraction, not weird abominations.
The weather's getting worse.
That green thing was
Stay
I saw
close.
wandering around your
not
office.
getting any closer. We'll have to share our hopes.
What was that?
Never mind. Keep going.
And in response,
Mongols! Close to the house!
I'll deal with them. Stay back.
Oh, y'all niggas bugging. Alright.
Damn it.
Hit me with shields and shit. Y'all just caught me slipping. Oh. She posted something about these chickens.
My lord! Mongols! Close to the house!
I'll deal with them. Stay back. Show me your skill.
Man, look. I done watched that James H&E's video with her maybe like 3 times already. All y'all niggas finna be on fire, cuz.
That's because I don't have nothing to fight them with. And I don't know which door I'm supposed to go through, but I'm really in this area.
I could hit her with a lethal poison.
Like, I have to get blobs, but I don't know how I'm supposed to get them.
A blob.
I have to find ink blobs to make cards, and I have to make 3.
By a whole gremlin? What? What is this man T talking about?
He talking about things that beat me up.
Here we are. Let's get inside.
Bro, I ain't going in your house. Jen, what are you doing? You don't even know this girl.
I didn't go in someone's house, you don't know.
We're both survivors.
That's what I'm saying.
That could be a whole traitor.
A whole what?
So that could be a whole traitor.
Exactly. Like,
Bishop always said, I underestimate my opponents. The Mongols turned against me. The mistake I tried to fix. I can't kill all my enemies. I don't need you.
No, the Ultimania
We
says
have to
it's
go
still
there attack next. We can ambush them together.
yeah, I mean, he is technically 16 now because a year has passed.
I can't.
I ain't staying the night with Tomoe, bro. You tripping.
I used to have the samurai seat overlays. Yeah, I used to have like a cute little like health bar and like it was cute. It was cute, and I miss it sometimes. But I just think that.
think you said. I think I remember you saying that.
I want that shit.
I don't want overlays. And I don't have to have overlays. I
What
can
are you
just get
talking
the
about?
textures you get. What element are you? If I were okay, so I don't really remember what we're doing.
I use switch controllers.
I think I assume we just talked to Hero, but I don't remember. I don't remember where he left out. I think we already did like the first obstacle course. I'm pretty sure.
This mic for some reason.
I think, you know, it depends on the streamer. It depends on the person. Streamers should just do whatever makes them comfortable. If the viewer doesn't like it, you know, maybe
Shit, me.
you just gotta do what makes you happy. If me saying I don't want overlays, I'm not trying to like put down other people who use overlays because I used to use them.
Because this controller booty this mic.
Are you sure it's not just the mic?
No, it's the controller.
Really? I don't like it.
Wrapping yourself up in it when you fall asleep.
What?
Nothing.
What you saying?
It's very
Nothing.
immersive.
No, what you said?
Nothing.
Don't get quiet now. What you said?
Since you be wrapping yourself up in the cord when you go to sleep.
Probably toy box. But, well, okay.
The hell you talking about? I don't remember none of that.
It happened to you the other night.
I don't remember none of that.
It did.
Good night.
You say you're always blaming the controller.
What was I gonna say? I think the only thing about green screens that
It is the controller, nigga. The fuck?
is whenever they have.
How you gonna tell me?
I know how much this part means to you, Susie. Alice means a lot to me, too. Like, all of my things. In fact, I'll let you in on a little. I genuinely really believe my character.
Nothing more I can do at the moment. I'll see you again. Sakai. Yes. I spoke with her. She's hiding in the north. The north is turned against her. Yes. Why is she still? The Archers are preparing a massacre. She wants the three of us to wipe them out. She needs both our heads to get back in the Mongols' favor. She could have killed me, Sensei, but she didn't. I have never been rewarded. Trust the Otomoe. I don't trust her. We need what she knows. If she needs our help, then she's a fool. Let me finish this.
talk about some damn
Looks like the quest is going well.
wrapping up.
Because you do.
Man, I don't know why you telling people this lie. Okay, first you're lying about Goofy.
So in the end, when Walter and Jonathan do end up making their very serious decisions, it comes off as more formulaic, as the scenes feel more, your former allies become demons because they're the alignment heroes, and this is an SMT game, and not, your former allies have their desires taken completely to the extremes by outside forces, and now they're lost in those set ideals, and you have to go stop them or join them, which is how an SMT game should feel. And because of these decisions, something became very apparent about the alignment system. Law and Chaos had seriously aged, actually. It's been 20 plus years since it debuted, and Law and Chaos over time started being less and less of a viable option. Now, this is both the fault of the neutral option, as it usually contained more content, was considered a secret solution to the game, and was represented by most of humanity, which, of course, made it more enticing to players, and it also usually ended up being the quote-unquote canon ending of SMT games. But it's also the fault of SMT's writing staff, where Law and Chaos became less enticing over time because there were less reasons to actually side with it. So much so that Law and Chaos was basically made into a joke ending in SMT4 Apocalypse. And honestly, one of the most important things for a game series to do is evolve over time. And I feel like sticking to the formula of the Law Chaos system is actually hindering SMT mainline as a whole. And
No,
series
it's
artist
not.
and scenario writer Kazuma Kaneko sort of agreed with me, because in creating SMT3 Nocturne, both him and Cozy agreed that sticking to the formula of Law and Chaos was getting really stale, and this was only 2 games in. So to address this issue of alignment, Kazuma Kaneko and Koji Okada created the Reason System, an alignment system that would combine the different elements of Law and Chaos and even neutrality into more human desires, which made for a way more dynamic alignment system, as it was no longer just cosmic ideas of law and chaos, order and freedom, but now more complex human ideologies fighting against each other to make the world in their image. Be it the Shijima Reason, which stuck to Law's ideals of a universal order, but also taking in Neutral or Chaos's rejection of the concept of a higher power to maintain this set order, by making everyone, even the lowliest of humans, on par with the greatest of gods, making it so everyone moved in an orderly fashion and no one was greater than anyone else. Or the Masupi Reason, which made it so everyone was the center of the universe, which ultimately combined together neutral, law, and chaos into one ideal, where no one would have to worry about outside forces or other people hindering their life. They would live in a dreamlike paradise that catered to their every wishes, no matter how orderly or chaotic those wishes may be. Then finally we reach the last of the main 3 reasons, and this one is the most complex, Yosuga, the reason that combines law and chaos ideals together into one, as it only allows those who are beautiful or the best to coexist with each other. No one would ever try to overtake them either. Ones who are at the top will stay at the top forever, and those who are below them will serve forever or die. This was a reason forged out of fear of being forgotten or being overtaken, and law alignment would totally back this, as they would allow YHVH to be completely in power and always ruling, and no one would ever overtake them, and Chaos enjoys this reason because it allows the strong to thrive over the weak, with no in-betweens. So it was a orderly, chaotic mess of a world that benefited both parties. But Nocturne also had 2 different rejections of all 3 of these reasons, with the first being the unnamed reason of Yuko, which was to return the world to the way it was before the conception, and is honestly possibly the worst ending in the game, as all it does is just push back the inevitable, but it's considered a happy ending. And then you have the demon ending, where now he, the Demi-Fiend, chooses to become a demon and abandon the cycle of creation and end, and join the Amala, where he will travel between worlds and never truly die. And I feel like this reason system helped improve Nocturne overall, making its writing probably the best in the series. Even though 3 of the endings are sort of the same scene with different dialogue, most SMT endings are just the same scene with different dialogue. Which isn't exactly an excuse, but the other 2 endings of Nocturne are actually fantastic. It's all about following these 3 humans as they slowly develop their own ideals for themselves and grow very distinct and diverse ideology.
What?
This stupid thing my mom has to do for a sleep study. She can't get the machine to work.
and demon forms. It's honestly like one of the coolest fucking games in the entire series. No one fucking. I love Nocturne. It's so good. And I'd love to make a video on it someday, talking about how amazing Nocturne is in general. But this isn't that video. And even if you don't like Nocturne, you can't take away the fact that their change of the alignment system was ahead of its time. As even Dungeons and Dragons started to realize how archaic their alignment system was. So around the time of SMT4's development, the 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons came out, and they decided to make the alignment system more of a cosmic idea than an actual set-in-stone thing.
Here's essentially a cosmic shorthand, but it stops short of being a cosmic force in the sense that you can cast spells. Like, you don't have a spell that's like aura, or you don't have a rule that says, oh, you change your alignment suddenly. Very specifically in 5th edition, tried to position it more as the role-playing descriptor.
And how this was done is there was no longer a penalty for a character acting out of alignment. The alignment itself was more of a recommendation for how people should roleplay their characters than an idea of how the character would react. Creating a positive reinforcement for role-playing correctly instead of creating a system that strictly punishes those who don't. Which is kind of funny because it feels like the exact opposite of what Atlas did with SMT4. And Nocturne wasn't the only game to abandon Law and Chaos for better alternatives. You have Devil Survivor 1 and 2 with their escape route and world reshaping system, which, much like Nocturne's Reasons, took aspects of both Law and Chaos. For example, I'll keep this short and only one, Yamato Hatsui in his reshaping the world into a meritocracy, where one's actions would allow them to take their place in the world. This idea is ordered chaos, as you must respect those who are stronger than you or ahead of you in the pecking order of the world, but you aren't stuck where you were born into. And through determination and hard work, you can arise above those who you used to look up to. It's a world that values adaptability over strength, usefulness over uselessness. It's actually a pretty interesting worldview, and I also love Yamato Hatsui. It's another character I want to talk about sometime. And then of course we have Devil Summoner 2, Raito Kuzunoha versus King Abandoned, where the alignment system is more purely directed at Raito as a character, with Law representing Raito's staying status quo and pushing away any change whatsoever. Chaos represents him trying to change and or better himself constantly, even if it means hurting others, and finally, Neutral is a balance of both. But you may not grow much over time, you still do, and you're very content with your actions. And this is even true in some of the more interesting spin-offs in SMT, like the Level Saga, that doesn't have an alignment system at all, yet it's one of the most densely packed games, filled with symbolism, great characters, fights, and even story events. Or even Soul Hackers, which has a very strong story, and the gameplay is the only aspect of it that is affected by the overall alignment system, making it so only certain demons can join your party if you have other
Crawling off
that
thing, this is
which is
like I don't see you trying to
because
call.
with that being said, I feel like it's best for SMT to part with the old ways of Law and Chaos' major plot elements and embrace systems like Reason or Devil Survivor system, as they feel just better written overall, given that they are the evolution of the Law and Chaos system, and are more open to interpretation, feel like actual human decisions, and overall are more relatable to a person than Ultimate Order or Ultimate Chaos, because human beings are more complex than one specific idea. And you don't even need to part with alignments completely, as they are as much SMT as demons and fusions are. You can make it more of a background detail that possibly determines how you interact with demons, or what gameplay effects it could have, maybe the combo system from Strange Journey. It's fine to keep Law and Chaos, but I'd remove it from the main plot, especially with SMT5 on the horizon, which is a perfect opportunity. It has the exact same setup Nocturne had. It's freedom with a new world, the previous god's been murdered or replaced, and it has a lot of Nocturne vibes from the trailer itself. I feel it's time that SMT makes a major change within it, and I feel that alignment is the perfect thing to change, as it's one of the only aspects that feels really dated to this point. So here's hoping SMT5 goes out of its way to do something interesting with its alignments.
No, I'm trying to be Chaos
If you enjoyed this
Boys.
video and would like to help support more videos like it in the future, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/BendyNotTheBadGuy. And if you want to enjoy a world where Law is overthrown by chaos and it actually gets better, you can head on over to Funimation.com/shows/Shooting and a boring world with the concept of dirty jokes that doesn't exist. And buy yourself a copy of Shooting.
Man, fuck it.
It's all good, T. I think I'm almost done with this anyway. I'm not sure though how much more I've got.
Are you hopping in the party with Steven? With Stephen? With Stefan?
I'm probably trying to get someone to play Dead by Daylight.
This is has been approved. You must be alerted.
Agreed. We should stay.
Throughout all of the Persona games, aspects of its shared universe have shifted around in just about every numbered release, be it the existence of demons in the everyday world, or how our leads summon their personas, or even just protagonists' arcana as well. I mean, right up to Persona 3 and 5, that is. Though even after years of universe modifications and resets, there exists one constant throughout all of the universes. And this place has always remained the same throughout all of Persona, albeit under many different designs, with changing gameplay effects. But it's always been a safe haven for Persona users, and a place where growth and evolution are made physical. And of course, it's always been headed by its never-changing host and his assortment of entertainers. That place is the Velvet Room.
I'll play depending on when I finish this. Chris asked about tomorrow.
That won't be till I get home.
I'm saying he said something else.
Looks like the residency was taken long ago.
How did you get there?
It pays to carry a load.
Look, I know where we have to go, but it's not going to be pleasant. The Ink Demon has something that we need. I'm going after it.
You want to go to his lair? Are you crazy? That's death.
That's where the trail seems to lead.
Well, it's probably through that door. But it won't be easy to open. I'll need 3 doors, so that some kind of
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear.
So before we can get started, there's one thing that you should know that's very major. It is the Velvet Room, a singular room. There aren't multiple Velvet Rooms, even though there are many designs of it. That is because the room itself changes to match the guest who enters it. In fact, the same could be said about the attendants inside the Velvet Room to a certain degree, though before we can get into that, we should actually discuss the origin of the room itself, both creatively and in universe. So first off, the question to ask is, where does the name Velvet Room come from? Well, the velvet part of it comes from the material and the color. We see the material velvet actually had an unusually pleasant softness, especially when compared to other fabrics at the time of its creation. And due to this, and its high production requirements, it was usually only worn by kings and rulers. So the idea of a room itself being made of this material implies that it's a rather important room, or in some way otherworldly, while also assuring the player that they will always be safe while inside the boundaries of this room. Usually.
Bendy, where is he going?
Now, the color choice for the Velvet Room is actually a very interesting decision on the part of the creators. This is because the velvet blue of the Velvet Room is a direct inverse of the color palette of the place in which the Velvet Room takes most of its inspiration from, this being the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks. Now, the lodge itself is actually a very strange room in the universe of Twin Peaks, with a lot of strange occurrences and hosts, but most interestingly enough, the speech within the Black Lodge is twisted and deformed. And this is reflected in the world between consciousness and unconsciousness, where only a select few people can actually speak, let alone remember their own name. But alongside this direct reference to the Black Lodge, the color choice actually exists as a callback to mainline S&T and its Cathedral of Shadows, which are both blue-themed and run by a weird old man who uses demons based on the phases of the moon. Now, the literary origins of the name could be in reference to Edgar Allan Poe's story, The Mask of the Red Death. In said story, there are 7 different rooms which represent 7 different stages of life. The first being birth, with the blue room, and then you have youth is purple, adolescence is green, adult orange, old age is white, imminent death as violet, and then death itself. And the violet room being the room in which the Velvet Room takes its name from, as the violet room was covered in velvet decor to symbolize being at peace with oncoming death. Also, the loud clock that can be heard throughout the story of Mask of the Red Death is later represented in Persona 3's Velvet Room, and given the overarching theme of death, I think that's pretty understandable. Now, the room itself, in-universe, was created by Philemon, a being who embodies the collective consciousness and is basically God in the Persona universe. Well, the one that favors free will and humanity's choices. But he created the room because of a bet with another god named Nyarlathotep, who I will for convenience sake only refer to as Nep from now on. The bet itself was to see if humanity could overcome its destructive nature and ascend to greatness on its own. And as part of this bet, both Phil and Nep agreed that neither of them could directly interfere with this process. And then they both directly interfered with the process, but to try to stay true to the kind of Philly boy here created the Velvet Room and told with his followers in order to indirectly aid humans in their journey. He also gave the room the ability to be shaken by someone's will, or specifically the will of the collective unconscious, and had it stored away in an area between consciousness and unconsciousness. That way, only those with a strong enough will to be able to shape the room would unlock the ability to perceive it. Also, the people who could perceive it had a higher likely chance of actually helping Philemon win his bets. So with that all understood and out of the way, we can finally talk about the original room which appeared in Megami Ivan Roku Persona, which design-wise is actually quite normal compared to the ones to come later, but it was the one that was meant to represent its inspiration the most. It is a room surrounded by large velvet curtains and has a nice rugged floor, and inside house the three permanent residents, Igor, Nameless, and Belladonna. The latter of the two are the ones who perform the main theme of the Velvet Room and appear in every single game, but only appear physically in the first two. And the purpose of the room gameplay-wise was really only to help use and create more powerful personas or demons to aid you in your journey. So all in all, it's probably the most basic version of the room. Now, the room appearing as normal as it does in Persona 1 is realistically explained by the fact that they just didn't establish a theme of the room changing to match someone's will at that point. Because, you know, it was the first game. Though it could be later explained that the room we see in Persona 1 is the default form of the room, as it wasn't changed by the visitors at the time because they didn't have a single collective idea like other groups of protagonists do. So it's not out of the question to think that the room just didn't change to match any strong desires, and this is what the default version of the room looks like. And there's something later on in the series that kind of helps back up this theory. Now, this theme of a constantly changing Velvet Room doesn't actually pick up until after Persona 2, but we do see hints of it in Persona 2's Velvet Room, with the room changing to match the themes of the game, that being all of the residents now work on elevated platforms. And these platforms resemble that of a stage in a lounge bar. And given the themes of rumors and superstition, a lounge bar makes perfect sense for this game's Velvet Room, as it is a place where those themes thrive at. There's another major theme that this Velvet Room actually sticks to, but we'll cover that more when we start speaking about the attendance of the Velvet Room. But speaking of such, besides Igor getting a new sick-ass couch, there's also a new person appearing within the Velvet Room. The first Velvet Room attendant, the Demon Painter, or the Demon Artist in Eternal Punishment. Though, like I said, we'll talk more about him in a little bit. The purpose of the Velvet Room, gameplay-wise in Persona 2, is actually a lot like the original, but with a different twist on it. You see, it's used to help the team create new personas via cards that they earn in battle, or mutate personas that they have leveled past their efficiency. Though the Velvet Room in Persona 2, like I said, is only slightly different than the one in Persona 1. And it isn't until Persona 3 that we get a serious change in the room's design.
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear young man.
So, the room in Persona 3 is an elevator constantly ascending upwards, and inside sits Igor, now at a fortune teller's table instead of being a lazy ass on a couch, and beside him is his new attendant,
Hey, leave Igor alone.
And other timelines, Theodore. But he isn't actually canon until PQ or Ultimates. And as you can see, this is the first personal tailored room in the series, with the elevator motif both fitting Minato's climb up Tartarus, but also in Minato's own personal ascension to science status. It is almost quite literally an elevator to heaven. And then you have these small details laid about the room itself, such as the 4 doors sitting along each side of the elevator, with each of these doors metaphorically representing one of the members of Siege that Minato will grow a bond with over the course of the game. Especially when you enter the room for the first time, only 2 of these 8 doors are uncovered, which is because you've only truly met Yukari and Junpei at that point. But also the room houses 2 different clocks, which both metaphorically represent the 7th room of the Mask of the Red Death's clock, but also represent both the Midnight Hour and the Doomsday clock, which are strongly connected to the themes of death within Persona 3. And then you also have the chair that Minato sits on, which is designed to represent Orpheus's lyre, showing that he will be using personas to support him throughout his journey. And now, gameplay-wise, the room itself is actually not too much different than all the other rooms so far, as you only really use it to fuse personas and check the compendium to pull personas that you may have lost during fusion. But there's also side quests involving the attendant and helping them understand the human world. And now this aspect of the Velvet Room changing drastically to match the protagonist's themes of the specific game that it's in would become a staple for the Hoshino era of Persona, especially with the major changes found in Persona 4.
What's up, Dozer? What? Are you bugging me because your mom has to sleep?
You have a most unusual destiny lying before you. So introductions are, and I am quite pleased to make your acquaintance.
Welcome, and I will be here to accompany you on your travels. You may call me Margaret.
Now this Velvet Room is probably the most unique design-wise in the entire series, as it takes the form of a limousine being driven through a foggy landscape, and inside this limousine is, of course, Igor, like always. And next to him is Narakame's only assistant, Margaret, and no one else. Now, the room itself being a car with a set destination moving through a foggy terrain is representative of the investigation team, more specifically, you and their journey through the government system within the fog of lies created by Yunada, only ever really stopping in its travels when you, for the investigation, reach a standstill in the case, or when the case itself is solved and the fog is lifted. Alongside this, the room taking the form of the limousine also plays into a secondary community before, that being Lucia and how it's perceived. As the Persona 14 wanted to comment on the crowded fog of useless information that crowded all sorts of media these days, such as celebrities, scandals, cynicism, or all three combined. All these parts of modern-day media that fog any sort that any sources want to cover, but they also recognize that everyone who can see this fog in the media was in the right. So they showed that even in a metaphor to say space, someone isn't void of clouding their judgment, as seen from all the alcohol that lives inside of the river velvet, showing that even when someone thinks they're safe in the fog, they can easily be clouded by other things inside of a safe area, which is easily a representation of one of the moral choices the player makes during the game, where you think you know who the killer is and you try to act on that, but your actions may be clouded by emotions, which is much like the violent reactionary actions of a drunk. Now, gameplay-wise, the Velvet doesn't actually change that much in Persona 3, but the one change is, instead of moon phases, Persona 4's Velvet Room is affected by the weather, as it is the only honest force in the entire game, therefore more emphasizing the truth aspect of the story. But also, like in Persona 3, you can take requests from your personal attendant. And an interesting little detail, actually, about the Velvet Room itself, the limousine's license plate contains the area code in which C.J. Young lived, the man who inspired the creation of Philemon. So that was just like a little neat detail. Now, over these past few Velvet Rooms,
that's stalkerish if you ask me.
Yes, sure. But what if they
putting somebody's area code in your game?
taken over forcibly by someone who isn't the service knows? And instead of a room made to help humanity's growth, it was a room designed to
I'll cop this Android 21 fake pen.
No longer a velvet room, more of a velvet prison of sorts.
Dozer. You're probably gonna start talking soon.
Too much.
Killing an archer told a basic crime. She got her revenge. What she got? She got a long service. He's going to keep fighting. pricks. Welcome to my
Stuff
village.
as as thieves and cutthroats. So the prison room for Persona 5 was actually a very strange Velvet Room, as it wasn't originally intended to imprison Akira, but had its intentions twisted and modified by Yeltsin, a demiurge who broke into the room in order to lead humanity to ruin. The room itself became a prison, which gifted people would be held and would be led down a path that Yeltsin was most pleased by, as he also took the form of Igor and tore the attendant into two different creations that he could puppet to keep his illusion going, all the while chaining down anyone with the ability to overpower him and tricking them down the path that he so chooses, all while referring to them as the tricksters. And with the whole prison aesthetic of Akira's Velvet Room being a front for Yeltsin's mission, we never really learned what his true Velvet Room form would have been. But we do get a glimpse of what it might have been through his true attendant Lavenza and his final persona, the ultimate judge, Sentinel. Akira's prison cell was never meant for him. He would have been the one who was imprisoning the guilty. Though, speaking of attendants, let's actually start talking about the residents of the Velvet Room. Starting with the three permanent residents, that being Nameless, the pianist, Belladonna the singer, and Igor the host. Nameless and Belladonna, even though not visible in Persona 3 through 5, are in fact still in the Velvet Room, and their song is what allows Igor to connect to the demon world and summon forth personas or demons. You see, funny enough, originally, Igor used to use a phone to call up demons based on the phone numbers he found in the back of the tarot cards which represented them, though over time Igor managed to contact them through different means, such as fortune telling. And if you haven't picked up on the themes of their names yet, I'll tell you. They're all in reference to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or other classic horror movie icons. Starting, of course, with Igor, the most obvious, as he is the loyal servant of anyone who enters the Velvet Room, and Philemon, much like his named counterpart is the loyal servant of Victor Frankenstein and Count Dracula in the classic Universal monster movie franchise, as he takes his design specifically from the Martin Fieldman Igor with a long nose, buggy-eyed, and hunchback demeanor, and also the fact that there is no Igor in the original Frankenstein novel. And Belladonna follows suit with Igor being named after Bela Lugosi, not only the most recognizable Count Dracula, but also one of the many actors who played an embodiment of Igor at some point, albeit a very different Igor than the Igor that Igor is based off of, but an Igor nonetheless. Her purpose in the Velvet Room is to calm the souls of all who enter, be it guest or demon, and if it is a demon, this allows Nameless Igor to convert them into personas. And speaking of Nameless, he is the blindfolded pianist who gets his name from the nameless blind man who meets and befriends the monster from Frankenstein, as he does so through his sweet sounds of music which calm a scared and injured beast, and then he teaches them to speak and read, helping shape a monster into something much more. Nameless does much of the same by playing his piano in sync with Belladonna's singing to calm any monster who enters, but also using the piano to help Igor in the conversion process of the demon to persona. And as it stands, he's probably the most important member of the Velvet Room, given that he's the first thing you hear as you enter the room itself. But over time, the Velvet Room has more than just its permanent inhabitants, and introduces a few attendants as the years go by. The first attendant of the Velvet Room is the Demon Painter/Artist, the only Velvet Room character who doesn't have a Frankenstein or movie monster reference in him. Instead, he is an in-house reference to series artist Kaneko, who is the artist behind all of the demon designs in SCP and Persona right up until about Persona 4. He also isn't a creation of Igor or Philemon. He is just a human who originally lived in Samaru City, but hasn't lived there or in the human world for several decades at this point, meaning he's gone past the point of being human a while ago. Much like Nameless, he claims to be about 200 years old. The Demon Painter was introduced to the Velvet Room due to the themes of memories and their importance in Persona 2, as through his mastery of art, he helped create tarot cards for the player, which are physical embodiments of memories for both humans and demons. He does this by painting over blank cards or free spaces in someone's memory and creating a brand new set of memories for them to use, and with those new memories come new personas. He also is only limited by his inability to mimic the full arcana and the 4 minor suits, which are cup, wand, coin, and sword. Besides that, he can mimic just about every single arcana, and he's a very useful asset for the players. And from here we reach the second set of attendants from Persona 3, with Elizabeth and Theodore, who design-wise are based off of bellhops given the elevator theme of the Velvet Room. And they both get their names from two different characters in Frankenstein. I'm going to start with Elizabeth. Elizabeth gets her name from Elizabeth Lavenza, the sister-in-law of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. And throughout the story, would encourage Victor to act as positively as he can as a force for humanity to cleanse himself of the guilt for creating the monster. This is reflected in the multitude of letters and requests that Elizabeth gives you during the game, encouraging Minato to climb to Tartarus and cleanse himself of sin. Now, originally, she wasn't really part of a big, planned, happy family that we see later on in the Velvet Room, but she did gain a sister and a brother. And speaking of her brother, let's talk about Theodore. Theodore gets his name from Dr. Theodore Bowman, from the Ghost of Frankenstein. Originally the teacher of Ludwig Frankenstein, but now the assistant, Boehmer believes himself to be more knowledgeable than his former student, which leads him to try to overthrow his position and take control of the lab, resulting in his inevitable death. This is partly reflected by Theodore's overconfidence in his understanding of the human world, while ending up being more clueless than any of the other attendants. Theodore also is the lowest in the pecking order in just about every way, being only canon in spin-off games like Persona Q and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax in Space on Ice the movie The Game. Theodore doesn't really seem to have a purpose other than comic relief, him even explaining that his two sisters bully him quite frequently, with both Elizabeth and Margaret feeding him dog food without actually ever telling him until after he ate it. But speaking of Margaret,
God.
she's actually the only assistant who appears in Persona 4, taking up the role after her sister vanishes at the end of Persona 3. She dresses like a secretary or a manager and has a personality very
She doesn't
similar to
vanish,
such.
she goes on a journey to free my boy.
Manager in this sense. She also, like her sister, carries around Le Grimoire, a massive book which contains the player's compendium of all the demons that they've met. She also seems to be the most expressive of all the Velvet Room attendants, actually seeming to have a grasp on the outside world much better than Elizabeth and Theodore, but she also is the least serious of the three, given her tendency to mock Igor and having the Persona 4 crew literally strike JoJo poses in Persona Q. This mix of seriousness and silliness makes her come off as the most adult of all the Velvet Room attendants. Margaret gets her name from Margaret Walter Saville, a bit of a non-character from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the recipient of the letters written by the narrator about the events of the story. But it's actually later been understood that Margaret Saville is a stand-in name for Mary Shelley, making the character more important than it actually was, and sort of making the first real self-insert character in any major cultural work of fiction. Margaret is a reflection of this by being the most precognitive attendant in the entire game series, making her come off as an author of Persona 4's story in a way. She manages to have a solid grasp on the outside world without ever actually visiting it, and I mean, she is the one who gave Narukami the plot item he needed so he could unlock his true persona. She knew everything was going to happen before it ever actually did, and she even manages to show up in other stories, specifically in Persona 3 Portable, where she manages to show up and mess with that timeline too. And this is even more apparent in Persona 4 the animation, when Margaret is the one who has to come and knock the sense into Narukami, making sure that he doesn't just bend over and accept a never-ending, never-progressing life of lies just so he can stay safe. She needed to make sure her story ended on a positive note. Though with Margaret, this closes out the original Velvet Room family, as over time they would travel outside the room for a multitude of different reasons, specifically with Elizabeth hoping to help find a way to help Minato and free his soul from the lock-up Nyx. Though, speaking of relatives, and Elizabeth specifically, we reach the final set of attendants, this being Carolina and Justine, and their true form, Lavenza. Now, the twins are actually a single being ripped into two, along with their design being twisted and distorted by Yeltaveth, and his new distorted view of the Velvet Room. They were forced to wear prison uniforms and berate their new inmates, aka the guests of the Velvet Room. Also, each of them missing a different eye shows their incompleteness, but most importantly is the detail about their hat, as together they contain the letters for oxymoron, which given how each of their personalities are a polar opposite of each other, because they're one being ripped into two, they end up canceling each other out, but also in the sense that their existence is an oxymoron, as they are a dominating servant. And now each of them get their name, like all the other attendants, from a Frankenstein character. Justine from a little girl who moved in with Frankenstein at the age of 12 and was unjustly executed for a murder that the monster committed. And Carolina gets her name from Victor's mother, an eccentric woman whose dying wish was for her son to marry a woman, that woman being Elizabeth Lavenza. Which is why when the twins fuse together back into Lavenza, it's via execution, combining both of their names together to create
the little girl was white for a white.
If you defeat the twins prior to them becoming Lavenza, she will actually confess her feelings to a hero. Speaking of Lavenza, we actually only see a very little bit of her during the entirety of the run of the game, and she only appears for like, I believe, only a time. All we remember at that point is that she was the newest attendant of the Velvet Room. a late Grimoire compendium and not a Flipboard compendium.
I'm calling the cops on anyone who calls themselves trying to lie through her too.
Butterfly form and guide us like her master's master. Also, much like Elizabeth in Persona 3, Lavenza encourages Akira and the Phantom Thief to continue on their journey, even when things seem completely hopeless. And now, before I wrap up, I should also mention some other things. Marie has nothing to do with the Velvet Room. She is a rogue deity who accidentally stumbled into the room. She has no connection to it in any way, and she's also shit. And Morgana
I'll beat your fucking ass.
While sort of being one, she was created.
She's also what? I'll beat your fucking ass.
To make someone with the guide Akira overcoming Yeltabeth's influence. So he's sort of a semi-attendant. But lastly, I want to talk about that thing I brought up.
Okay, Jasmine, but hear me out.
And how the Persona Q Velvet Room kind of hints at the fact that Persona 1's Velvet Room is the default version of
We
the
get
Velvet
Lasana.
Room. Because as we see, in Persona Q, the Velvet Room gets locked into a time rift. And in this time rift...
Yes, I want my special Urza costume. What the fuck you thought this is?
Design. With the only thing for Persona 3 or 4 in it is the Teton table that Margaret uses, which gives off the idea that the Persona 1 version of the room is likely the base form of the Velvet Room. And also, how can I forget to mention the most important version of the Velvet Room, the one that appears in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Now you see, it takes the form of a dance club, not because of the atmosphere and dancing, happy mood that Persona 4 Dancing All Night has, but it's a metaphorical club which Atlas was using to repeatedly beat the dead horse of an IP that was Persona 4 at the time. It was actually an in-universe cry for help to the players. And with that completes our journey throughout the history and understanding of the Velvet Room and all of its attendants. And I know I didn't cover absolutely everything. This video is long enough as it is. I know there's individual journeys that characters like Elizabeth take outside of the Velvet Room that could play more into their character, but I'm going to save that for a video all by itself. I mean, Elizabeth is a pretty strong contender for one of the best characters in Persona. And I hope you enjoyed this time together, but...
Pretty strong contender.
If you like this video and like to fund more videos like this in the future, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/BendyNotTheBadGuy. This video is a huge undertaking, and probably the longest one I've done in a long while. So, it would really help if you go there, maybe like $3. I do a lot smaller projects than this usually, but this was like a big project.
I ain't about to do all that, Kyle. I don't do Patreon, right? Okay. We don't do Patreon unless we get bread from Patreon, okay? Ain't that right, Jasmine? Wait. Why you say it like that? We don't do Patreon unless we get our own bread from Patreon. Ain't that right?
Oh yeah.
Y'all simps donate to my wife so we can get 2 PS5s.
This man.
Since I'm gonna have to pick him up. No.
Incredibly nice guy. Okay.
Loud ass Mongolians.
Okay.
Give me that. Give me that. This girl real deal got a fucking period checker on her phone. Y'all females, something else.
Don't lump me in with them.
So I can't lump you in with Monica?
You can, I guess.
Because that's who I'm talking about. And I'm just like, look man, you don't have to tell me that your period's late. I'm not the one that got you pregnant. She told us so. She told us so. So. Obviously, it's not safe to move. I got just. I better be like snot. English. Speak English. Yeah, gurgle boy. For the gurgle.
I told you nothing's gonna sound like the first one.
Why are you saying it like that? Talking about some, I told you. No, the first one was like, I real do cut that nigga in the neck. Like, That's all I gather from the first one. Like, I really do cut him in his neck.
Premium pricing. eBay. Anyway, thank you guys. Hold on a second. That made my face leak so much. Oh God, I have to take care of it. Oh, my God, I felt so embarrassed by what I was saying that I now have to do something about it. Oh God, the impurity. Oh, get it out of my body. All right, I just got the impurities out of my soul. All right, we're good to go. Dang, can you stop talking about gross shit? Can you please stop talking about gross shit? By the way, Oni, that's really nice of you. I do appreciate it.
How about you stop doing gross shit, Max?
Very rough. I could use a butt pick. I proactively go out and find those people before they even know that they need a butt pick. Oh, butt pick too.
See, I ain't gonna say.
I don't want to hear in.
I ain't gonna say that because Jasmine's streaming.
Anyway, hi chat. This has started off weird, and you're making it weirder.
Don't worry about it.
Damn, 1,000 bits from D Squall. Been watching your FF7 remake announcement YouTube video. Glad to be part of the community. Thank you, DJ Squall. Holy shit. How did you manage to play EX3 with the boys? We did. No, we actually did play EX3 back at the beginning of 2019. I think it's actually in the 2019 compilation. It's fun. It's actually got some crazy 3v1 modes and shit. Chef John, thank you for the 510 bits. Do you know about the added difficulty to go?
I know you can't leave yet, motherfucker. I got.
Potion, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate it. Goddamn. Jayphil, thank you for the 300 bits. Well, thank you. She's 10. Can you request the picture a bit more? I've already had 2 gigs worth of pics. Yes, each of my pics come at.
You ain't about to call and tell nobody nothing.
They are, you know when they take pictures of Nebula and they use that, what's that one satellite called? I got the Hubble. Yes, luckily with all the donations we get, we use the Hubble telescope to take pictures of butts. And then I proactively send that.
Okay, man.
So they're about like 500 megs a pop. And we've recommissioned the Hubble to get even higher definitions of those butts. Or our butts. Not of the sweet Wolverine butt-emo, that's never coming back. It's just, no matter what I do, that's never coming back. Never. Zenga, thanks for the 777. Have you gotten a chance to see the new clips that Square's posted from FF7 Remake? Seems like they're fully teasing part 2. Clips? No, I haven't seen clips. I've seen they've been talking about some stuff on Twitter. Yes, my pics are in 144 frames per second. All of them. Very true. Ask Kenny. Nothing asking. Kenny. I'm not the expert on this, okay? J Phils, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Alex Station, thank you for the 100. Sapphire 34 put in 10 gifts. Everybody's being too fucking nice. Oh, and I actually have an announcement too. J Phils, thank you for the 200 bits.
What? JJ's having twins?
Oh god. Oh god.
Like Jin again?
I'm joking, Jasmine. I'm not being serious.
I was about to say, if he is, he really gotta get a gun.
I have a very personal story of why I don't like Jin Kazama anymore in Tekken. And it comes as a result of me playing Jin in Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag 1. In Tekken 4, Jin changed so much, practically like a different game. Really changed it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were pissed about it. It wasn't just me. That love people that playing Jin Kazama for him being Jin Kazama. He changed a shit ton of stuff in Tekken 4. People didn't like it. Tekken 5 rolls around. Jin still plays somewhat like he does in T4, like an evolved version. However, they add this other version of Jin in Tekken 5 called Devil Jin. Looks stupid. He's got all these crazy body tattoos on him. He's got horns for some reason. He's got black lipstick. He looks like the Scrub Lord but and all of his gameplay, all of Devil Jin's gameplay in Tekken 5 was there to make the Jin fans happy from Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag 1 that they changed his gameplay style. They pretty much took that spin and threw him into Tekken 5.
You're bugging.
Ryu style character, like. So from that point forward, I had been
Dozer.
Devil Jin's like Devil Jin was like 16-year-old me's dream.
And I just was like, I need to let go of my love for this character. Like my name in Tekken has been Jin since 1998.
I'm just
and
saying.
I need to acknowledge that I have lost interest in this character since Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag 1. So it's been since like 2001, right? And as soon as I did that, I started enjoying Tekken more. Started playing Miguel, had a ton of fun. I started playing other characters like Noctis, had a ton of fun. Other new characters that came along like Akuma, and everybody of the like. I really started enjoying Tekken a lot more once I moved away from Jin Kazama. It's just not the same Jin. I could have the same Jin if I wanted, right? I could just play Devil Jin and just play that right away.
You're bugging. I play Jin. I'll never move on from Jin Kazuma unless I'm forced to. Hirata gonna have to kill Jin for me to stop playing him.
When I really like a character, it has to come down to things that I enjoy. It has to come down to I think the character looks really cool, and I think they play in a style that I really enjoy. And I know that
I highly doubt Hirata.
I don't know. He killed Heihachi. Then again, we don't know if Heihachi actually dead or not. This nigga gonna do something.
He gonna show up again?
He gonna do some galaxy brain shit. It's like, oh, you thought that was me. You threw in the volcano, when in reality, you threw a clone.
What if that ends up again? Heihachi is stupid.
He's gonna do some galaxy brain shit.
That's my reason.
Henry?
Now I know how to defeat the devil and all that shit. Because I have acquired the power of the angel.
Like, I don't really give a shit because what he does looks cool. Like, I didn't give a shit. Like, this was back very early T7.
I'll pick up Miguel and then make a Carlos cosplay on that video. How much you won't bet I would if I actually played Miguel.
Jacksepticeye is actually a character in this game.
Probably. Jacksepticeye does a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna look up who he was, cause I just missed that.
But do you even watch Jacksepticeye like that though?
No, I've seen his stuff, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's why you would really notice. Cause he's in River City Girls. He's the one dude. What's his name? The guy that makes you go get the burger for him.
Oh god! Oh god!
And then the Gang Grunts are in it too. They're the Double Dragon. They're the Double Dragon brothers.
Oh.
I have a Juggernaut suit and I'm trying to low parry. It becomes very difficult to learn. It becomes difficult to want to continue to learn a fighting game in that situation. It just does. This is the thing that saw me from the Samurai Showdown. It's the thing that it's a large degree of why I stopped playing the majority of the fighting games I do. I just don't want to deal with the frustration. The learning process is going to take so much longer. that's why I don't like Jim anymore. Ascension Online died really fast. Not a lot of people even play it anymore. Parsec is like the dream for that shit, right? Parsec is super cool. I think the only thing we need for Parsec that would be amazing is like a lobby system. And the crazy part is that Fighting Game 2 has made some incredible strides with the quality of its performance and emulation, and even its online. And apparently Fighting Game 2 just implemented in its public build lobbies. Lobbies, not the insanely toxic kind of game lobbies that I would prefer not to show up on stream and shit. That's like one of the rougher parts of Fightcade is dealing with the usual Fightcadeist that's talking a variety of shit that might get you stabbed in an arcade, but their lobbies enable that to happen. Oh, it's a Patreon feature only? Fuck. I thought it was public. Shit. Pizza Zara, thank you for the prime sub. DP Salt. Dandy Brains Red Big, thanks for the 5. I'm gonna give you 500 pennies. Please put them in a bag for maximum damage. Anyway, that's really cool, right? I am subscribed to Fightcade's Patreon. Oh, you have to be a patron to create them, but anyone can join the lobby? Oh god, damn, that sounds awesome. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. That sounds awesome. Yeah, this is not great in arcades, but that's not a problem. It's not great in any place you go to that's competitive. This is the same type of quote-unquote ever you run into a Raiders game. And I've been to some fucking Raiders games, man. Holy shit. Back when they were in LA, I've been to a couple in Oakland, when I was very young. Like, it's the same shit. If you're being a total douchebag, what do you think is gonna happen to you? What the fuck do you think if you're being a total shithead around a whole bunch of different cultures and a whole bunch of different people, what the fuck do you think is gonna tend to happen to you? Like,
I mean, honestly, Raiders fans in general are dickheads.
I never had any issues in the arcade because I never talked shit. I was never up anyone's grill. People got up my grill. But you fucking ignore it. Fuck away. You stupid asshole. Yeah. Back when I followed football, yeah, I've been through it all, man. The last time I was an active Raiders fan, when we were in the Super Bowl. We didn't win. It was the Pirate Bowl. We didn't win. But, anyway, chat. Thank you everyone for the support, by the way. Damn, did Ninja Man Z 6969? Fuck! I just want to see if this works. No butt pick needed. Thank you for being you and Shine On. Did that even trigger yet? I appreciate it, dude. What the hell? Damn, I just made me realize. A dude sent me a new animation for the 6969 animation. I have to, like, pay them for it. Shit. I gotta look that up again. I forgot that even happened. The past 9 months have been crazy, chat. Past 9 months have been crazy. I forgot about that. That was so long ago. That was probably like 5 months ago now. This pregnancy has made time fly by so fast. Like, so crazy fast. It was the JJ animation. That's right. Holy shit, dude. I don't even know where it is. I gotta find who made it. Whoever made that animation, get a hold of me on Twitter or some shit. Shit, man. So I do have some news. I actually have, as of right now, the day and date that
so loud
JJ
for.
are going to be in the hospital. We are having our baby on the 10th of August, and we're going to be in the hospital on the 9th. We've already been admitted. We already have our date and everything. Because our OB is having JJ induced 1 week before the expected due date. So it's very soon.
Oh, fuck it. Light the sword on fire. Fuck it.
So August 10th is going to be the day. The day. So I cannot wait. I've got everything ready. I've got the car seat in the car. I've got, We've got pictures taken. I'm going to show you on here, chat, because I don't want to spread all these images all over the place or anything like that. But we have taken some pictures. We got my wife's husband my sister's husband to take some photos of us, and he's a professional photographer, and he took some great fucking pictures. I'm going to find it on the sub chat. Here we go.
You know, I miss Max's sister being and stuff.
That's so sweet.
Oh.
She was in this.
So good.
She was in this Assist Me for X23 because she. Matter of fact, she was X23 in Assist Me.
And where we gotta post this stuff. We'll see. I haven't posted any pictures of the nursery, which we do have ready. Everything's ready. And JJ is definitely ready. This last month has been tumultuous, very turmoil filled. I don't even know what the hell proper term is. Arctic, thank you for the 10. It's been an emotional roller coaster. I'm ready. I'm ready for her to hold that baby in her arms. I really am. So, and me too, to be honest. So, yes, she's going to be induced on the 9th, and we should have our baby on the 10th. Am I nervous? I'd say I'm more anxious than anything. I'd say I'm actually way more anxious than...
Wait, when is the baby due?
Like, I want to...
He says she's getting induced
like,
on the 9th.
Ready, right? I'm just like...
He said they're inducing her a week early.
It's been a very long process.
Look, Max, I'm gonna tell you this: don't wear a tie.
Luckily, she seems to be mostly healthy. It's just that there's a couple
Give me the fucking epidural.
That you have to be.
That's gonna be you.
For. So, but everything seems to be completely fine. Healthy, otherwise, it's
choking the fuck out of me. Talk about some. Get me the fucking drugs.
No, the sex,
I'm gonna tell you it's your fault.
Its name is.
No, you're not.
And her name is.
No, you're not.
So,
Why?
yes, we already.
You ain't gonna tell me Jet.
The wife's husband.
We'll come out there and say, hey, yo, your daughter damn near killed me.
I've been trying to keep it from you guys the whole time. My wife's husband is actually the face of it. That's my pointing. Is the alien. Yes. Oh, what a controversy. It was the Predator. So yeah, I am a couple of weeks out. Considering it's our first kid, we're probably going to be there for a little while. And I'm going to have to bring some form of entertainment. I'm going to be sitting in a hospital chair for a very long time. And, what's his name, Todd? This guy? His name's Zeno.
I hate you. That's foul. You don't want me to play it, that's what it is. I want to play it more than you want to play it. Shut up. Find all your stuff for your Wii U and bring it to me then. I don't know. Oh God. Well, no, it's, it's probably in the void.